Welcome back in to part 4 here. Our rice is almost finished here. And what we are going to do here is we're going to add just a little more liquid. Bring it up to about 2 cups worth for our liquid here. And it's important here to just continue to stir the rice so that it gets evenly cooked. As you can see here, the rice is going to change in color. Doesn't need to become totally browned. Okay. You may see a little browning, which is fine. It only contributes to nice nutty flavor. But as you can see here, I think this is about done here. So what we're going to do next, put that spoon out for a second. We're going to dump the rice into a strainer. You don't have to worry about getting it all because this is just going to get some of the fat off of it. We're not going to drain all of the fat away, just some of it so that this recipe won't be super greasy. And now we're going to go quick succession. We're going to put our sazon in here and we're going to stir it in. This is going to add unbelievable color to this recipe. And it's one little packet that we put in. Just takes a minute to cook out the sazon. And now we're going to boost the heat to high. And we're going to pour in our liquid mixture. Give it a good stir. And right immediately when we poured our liquid in here, we can see beautiful color. And that comes from the use of our tomato and of our sazon. And now it's coming to a boil. I'm going to reach over and grab the lid here. We're now coming to a boil, as you can see here. Give it one last stir. And we're going to set our timer here for 20 minutes. And we're going to turn our heat down to low. And just let it go. And now we're going to come over here and we're going to look at our carnitas. We're going to start pulling out our beautiful aromatic ingredients. You don't have to worry about the onions. It's just the bay leaves and the citrus peels. So we'll pull them out. They are done in this recipe. And you wouldn't want to eat them, so just get rid of them. Start pulling them out here. Okay. And I do see our thyme sprigs here. Get them pulled out. Other bay leaf. A bit more citrus on this side here. And one final piece of bay leaf here. And you can't eat the bay leaves, and you wouldn't want to eat the citrus peels either. So we'll just get them out of the pot here. I'll get rid of this now. And I'll keep my tongs here. Now we're going to turn the heat to high, and we're going to watch this. A little bit more orange peel. We'll get rid of that. because we don't want anything to burn. So now we're on high heat here. That's the pan here. And as we see any last little bits, we can pull them out. This is where we need to be careful so that we're not burning what we've just accomplished here. It's cooked a little under an hour to cook this bit of pork. But now our goal is to cook out the liquid, so we're just remaining in here is pork and fat. That's important here. The onions and the garlic in this have disappeared, as you can see. Because when the liquid's gone, this pork will brown. And that is our ultimate goal, is nice brown, crispy bits of pork. We'll get rid of this now. There we go. Sneak under the camera here. Okay. Just keep stirring. And you're going to see some browning in here. Also at this point, I'm going to grab a spoon and I'm just going to give it a little taste. And I'm going to put a little salt in here, because it needs a little salt. But it's wonderful. Just continue to let it go. And the pork will break down, as you can see, as most all the fat has rendered, and it's perfectly tender meat. It's beautiful carnitas. And easy, because it only takes about an hour. The longer methods call for either doing it confit style in the oven, and then it goes into a roasting pan and takes it out of the roasting pan and goes into a skillet to brown the pieces of pork. It can also be done sous vide. Is a very easy way to do it. It could be marinated overnight in all the flavorings, placed in plastic bags, sealed, and sous vide at a low temperature for 24 hours. I don't remember the exact temperature offhand. But our goal here now, let's take one final bay leaf. We'll get rid of that. Put it in the sink. Okay. As you can see here, we're starting to see virtually no liquid. And we're going to get some browning here very shortly. It's important here that you just watch it carefully, because if you walk away or the telephone rings and you have to pick it up, then this is going to burn. Once this is done, we will scoop it out of its fat that's left over in the pot, and it can be served. It's beautiful, just breaking up the bits. Continue to stir, and make sure this is over high heat so that it goes fast. It's a fast process here. If for some reason you had to walk away, I would recommend just turn it down to low and let it sit on low for 5 minutes while you do what you need to do, then come back, turn it back on high, and continue the process. Because if this burns, you will have ruined what you spent a long time to do. And as you can see here, it's starting to become almost finished here. We're seeing just the pork fat now and no more liquid, which means it's going to start to brown. And I'm going to step aside here and let the light shine through. I'm hoping you can see this on camera here, but it's beautiful looking. I'll step out of the shot here. And there is no more liquid left, so now it's just frying in its own fat. Now you're going to do this for as long as you like. If you want it really crispy bits, you could even transfer it to a non-stick skillet and let it crisp the rest of the way, if you like, but I'm just going to finish it a little longer in this. And then I'm going to leave it here in the fat, and then when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like transferred into a container. When we take it out of the pot, you just use a slotted spoon to transfer it into your serving vessel. And then any leftovers can be reheated with some of the fat in a little skillet. See, this is almost done to my liking, so we'll let it go a couple more minutes here. It's important just to take your time. And once it's done, we'll just shut the burner off. Yep, that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm just going to shut the burner off. Actually going to slide this onto a turned off burner and just leave it be. And when we come back, we're going to show you how it all comes together. It's very easy. I'll see you soon.